Now, in June 2017, I grabbed my lucky Metroid here before the E3 Nintendo press conference, and I said, I'm going to give it a rub, and we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens. And that is where they announced Metroid Prime 4 for the Nintendo Switch. Everybody went crazy, including myself. I was so excited, and I still am very excited about this. But we haven't heard a thing, nothing. E3s have come and gone, Nintendo Directs have come and gone, no news. And I'm always saying this, no news is good news. Remember that old saying where today they announced, Nintendo came out, the head of Nintendo development came out and said that Metroid Prime 4 was having a challenging development cycle and they were going to go with Retro Studios again and have them reboot it. I know, it's a lot to unpack. I was drinking my tea this morning and I'm like, my first reaction, I think like many of our first reactions is like, what the fuck? Metroid Prime's, it's not coming out. It's like, it's not coming out for like, when is it coming out? What's happening? It's kind of, you're kind of confused, and I still a little bit am, but I want to say this. I am completely happy with this decision. So, Nintendo Japan has been working on Metroid Prime 4 for maybe around 2 to 3 years behind the scenes, and it's not turning out. It's not turning out the way they wanted. It doesn't have that Nintendo seal of approval, as they would put it. That's what they're looking for to put on the game itself. That kind of quality that you expect from certain Nintendo titles, like a Mario, a Zelda, and a Metroid. I am so happy that they just didn't say, you know what, screw it, it's not working out right now, it's not really our vision, but let's just get it out for Christmas 2019. Because I thought Metroid Prime 4 was coming Christmas 2019. I thought they were going to do a big E3 unveil, and it was just going to be unbelievable. So that's not happening. I love it that they looked at the game, they saw that there were some issues, and these issues we will never know what they are. We'll never know what this original game was meant to be or how it was going to play. But by the sounds of it, I don't think we would have liked it because they pulled the plug on it. They said, we've been working on this for a few years, it's not working out, let's stop. Let's just stop and go back to the drawing board and give it to Retro Studios. My thing is I don't know why Retro wasn't more involved in the beginning. You know, because they're the ones who worked on the Metroid Prime series and did such a great job with it. I'm surprised Nintendo decided just to take it into themselves to take on. We don't know. We'll never know all the details. And I hope we get some information about the behind-the-scenes stuff. I think that stuff is so interesting. But I would rather get a game that is delayed for a few years rather than get a game that like, here you go, and you play it and you're like, oh, it's not really living up to my expectations. This is not that great. It's okay. It's okay. But the question remains, it's so strange to me that Nintendo Japan, this is a very smart company with very smart people working there, that the foundations of Metroid Prime 4, in some regard, were flawed. There was some problem when it started playing or when it all started coming together. There was an issue so bad that they said, we can't go this direction. We need to kind of restart it. Maybe Retro Studios will take some of the assets they've already created and kind of build upon that. But by the sounds of it, it sounds like Retro Studios would want to start right from the ground up and start right again. I know if I had a studio and there was a troubling, it's kind of like a movie, you get a troubled movie and you got to step in to be a director on it. Kind of like Ron Howard and Han Solo. Stepping into that is already a messy event. It's better to start fresh and from the ground up. And so I think we are not going to get a Metroid Prime game for many years to come. Probably it'll be the end of the Nintendo Switch cycle that we will get that. And I'm okay with it. I'm really, really okay with it. I'm like everybody else out there. I'm really excited about Metroid Prime 4. And I was the first person to go, God damn it. No, oh, what's happened? But it was more of a curiosity. It was like, what happens? I'm like that, but I'm okay with it. And I'm totally settled with it. But I would pay so much money to see what it was going to be. I would love to see the original design documents of what this game was going to be and what it will become. What will become is what we'll see. I don't think we'll see. Hopefully they will be cool, and in the future they'll say this is how it was developing. Kind of like with Breath of the Wild, they showed some of the early concepts which were crazy, with like aliens coming down and spaceships and stuff. Nutsoid. It was really crazy, and you're kind of happy they obviously they didn't go in that direction. So I applaud Nintendo for not just pushing something out quickly to meet a 2019 release or even an early 2020 release. To say it takes a lot of courage for a company to grab one of their flagship titles and say, listen, it's not working out. We're going back to the drawing board. That is huge. What courage Nintendo has for doing that. I think it's incredible. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I'm sure there was a few shrieks out there when people got up this morning, were reading the news and were like, what the hell? What? Oh my God, it's got what? It's getting rebooted? It's not like it's delayed. Delaying is one thing, but to get to this point in the development and just to stop the game right away, it's shocking. It is really a shocking thing. But again, I'm totally okay with it. What do you guys think? Were you like freaking out this morning? Are you completely okay with this? Are you like, yeah, you know what? I think, yeah, we as gamers, we have such expectations we put on these companies. And the companies like Nintendo and Sony and Microsoft really sometimes step up to the plate and say, you know what? You know, we have to deliver for the fans. And you know, I'm not saying anything. All these companies create is fun for us. And if it takes a little few more years to create some fun for a Metroid game, I've got no problem with that. I'm going to let them absolutely do it. So anyways, guys, until next time.